So in this short video I wanted to show you a couple tips with group setup and how we can get the students easily into groups without much work on your part. So the first thing, let's make sure things are set up properly in our course. So once you're in your course, this is my Biology 1 course, you're going to go over to Settings, and under Users, go ahead and expand that. And then Enrollment Methods, you want to expand that, and there's just one thing under there, Self-Enrollment Student. Okay, so group self-enrollment is going to save you a ton of time. You don't want to have to manually put the students in the groups. So click on that. Now here is where we just need to double check the settings. This right here is important. Allow self-enrollments. That has to be a yes. Okay. The other thing that you want to do is this one. Make sure the group enrollment keys are set up. So yes, that's set up. We're making all the enrollment keys as guest, even though they're not really used by the students. That would be more for the parents. So the rest of this stuff will be fine. There's a welcome message you can customize so that when students do enroll, they will receive that in their inbox. So I'll get out of there, save changes. Now let's go ahead and get into the groups. So if your groups are fine and you feel pretty good about the setup of groups, you can close out. But those of you that want to double check settings in groups, let me show you a few things. So we'll go back into settings, and now we're going to go over into users, expand that, and then we're going to click on groups. Click on groups, new window is going to show up. So here you can see in Biology 1, these are the groups that are available. Okay. Now let's say that I want to just go in and edit a group. Okay. So I'm going to click on that group and edit group settings. And in here, maybe I just want to see what the enrollment key is because I need to tell the kids this, so I can unmask and see what the enrollment key is. All those things look good, and so I can save changes and get out of there. Okay. Now maybe you want to create a new group, and you've decided that you want to have, let's say you want to have an additional group. You decide you want to have periods set up in your class, so you can separate that way. So let's say I have an additional period to add for my classes, so I'm just going to go to create group, and I'm going to call this Saunders period 3, and then my enrollment key, I'll just go ahead and unmask. So I've found that it's pretty easy just to put my name, all lowercase, and then the period number, and that's it. If I want a description, I could just say group for period 3, save. So now this shows up. If I say, well, I want to keep the same naming convention that I had before, I could go ahead and edit that. And I would just click on it, edit the group settings. Let's say I wanted this to say Saunders 3. Save. Okay, so now that matches everything else. That looks great. The enrollment key, let me show you how that's going to work. So let's say I want to enroll into Saunders period 3 class as a student. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my home page, and I'm going to log out as me. I'm going to log in as a student. So let's say I'm going to log in as student 10. Now my name is student 10. I'm going to go find Mr. Saunders' class. I'm in the period 3 class. So I go ahead and click on science. I know it's a science class. It's Biology 1. And now it says self-enrollment. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to unmask it, and I'm not sure how to spell Mr. Saunders' name, so it's nice it's written right there for me. He told me that it's all Saunders lowercase, and so I'm going to enroll now, Saunders 3. So now I'm enrolled in the class and I am in that group as a student. Okay. So let's go ahead and log me out as a student. Let's see what it looks like as a teacher. Once I'm logged in, remember I have this link here, my Moodle. Go into my Biology 1 class. And now I can go into settings. I showed you this in the other video. Let's go into, navigation, participants. And in here, in this screen, I can filter to Saunders 3. And I can see that, hey, their student 10 is in that group. Okay? So let's go back into those groups. One other thing to take a look at. Let's go into settings, users, groups. I'm actually going to get rid of this group. Let's see if it'll let me delete it, even though there's a fake student in there. Delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes. Okay. Cleared it out. So the other thing is groupings. So groupings, what we did with this, groupings gives you a little more scalability with certain things that may be available for only your class. So what I did is I created a Saunders class grouping, and then I put my two groups in there. Okay. Now what that does is it makes things show up for only my kids that are in group period 4 and group period 5. So let me show you what that looks like. Now when I go back to my Biology 1 main page, you'll see something that says Saunders class, Harms class, and then Saunders class. So these things show up for teachers, but when the kids log in, let me show you. So let's go ahead and log out. I know that student 22 is in, I think, period 5. Student 22. And if you want to know what these passwords are for these accounts, just let me know. Log in. I'm enrolled in Biology 1. And now, see, all I can find is these two. Only those show up for me. Okay? So that's kind of nice. I have those only showing up for my kids. So let's say I want to make sure that something only shows up for my kids. So when I'm in my class and I go to create a new resource or activity, let's say, and I want it only for my students. Not very common, I don't think. I hope most things are available for all students, but let's say maybe a page that are some YouTube videos that I only want to share in my class. Important videos, and watch these videos for homework. Little flipping of the classroom there. And I can embed some YouTube videos in there. And then I have to go to group members only and go into Saunders class. So then only my kids would see that. Okay. If you want to know how to embed a YouTube video, let's say I go to YouTube. Now I'll have to do that in another video. Okay. So anyway, let's say I save that, and then only my kids would be able to see that. Okay, I'm not going to save that, so back to the main page. Okay, so this a little bit in groupings and groups. I hope that helps keep you organized, and we'll talk to you later.